Testing, testing. Okay. Hey, you guys, welcome to the stream. We are back. It is Wednesday. It is a beautiful day. It's super duper hot out lately. Um, and I had a great 4th of July. Hopefully you guys had some good time, enjoyed your holiday without me. I'm excited to get back to it and finally finish Riven. I feel like we're close. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're getting close to solving the whole thing. Um, to reiterate what happened, if you have forgotten, since last time we did trap Gen. He is trapped inside the book. We have found Catherine. We have not freed her, and then the only thing after that we need to do is somehow send a message to Atris that we are ready to come back. And so I'm assuming that the star fissure is going to have something to do with that. Not sure how we're going to open that up, but that's what we're going to figure out today. Welcome back. I'm excited to see you guys, and let's go ahead and start getting the gameplay up. Pull up Riven real quick. And let's see. It'll show up. And please let us know what you did over the holiday in the chat if you did anything fun. What me and my partner did, we went to his family's place in Iowa, and it was very, very rainy. In fact, they had flooded just a week or two ago, and yeah, we watched fireworks on the lake that was out there. They had a concert, a free concert out by the lake outdoors. It was really fun. The fireworks were going on in the pouring rain and looked really cool, but it was really, really cold while we watched them. But yeah, it's fun. Welcome, Fuzzy Juzzy. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you had a good one too. Right. It has been a while since we played, so I don't. Well, hopefully I remember everything that happened. I just reiterated that we trapped Gen, we found Catherine, we have not. Bring this over here. We have not freed her yet, so we need to do that, and then we need a signal to Atris that we're all ready to go. But yeah, no holidays here in OZ. Is OZ Australia? Oh wait, what's happening? This is not right. I need to start a save game. No wonder that looked weird. Yeah. So there's Catherine again, giving us that side eye. Yeah. Oz means the land of Oz. Oh, duh, obviously. Well, is everything still green over there? Grumpy Llama. It is creepy. That was a creepy side eye that she gave us. Every day is a holiday. Okay. Are you guys excited for the new Wizard of Oz movie? Musical movie? The one with Ariana Grande? I am tentatively excited. I hope it's done well. I'll admit I never have actually seen Wicked, but I've listened to the soundtrack several times. Yeah, I mean Wicked, sorry, not The Wizard of Oz. Are you excited for The Wizard of Oz? Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we need to do right now is we need to read Catherine's journal. So I'm gonna pull it up on my other screen online so I can read it easy. And on this screen, I'm gonna pull it up. Not that one. I'm gonna pull it up on this screen so we can follow along and we can catch all the pictures because the pictures are gonna be important, is what people have said online. So we're gonna scroll back to the back. Wow, June really is over. June really is over. Is Wicked Pride related? I'm so sorry, Sassy Flower. You're gonna have to explain that joke, otherwise I'm not gonna get it. Okay, so we've got it here, and then let me pull it up online. Because again, this handwriting is going to be really, really hard to read. Okay, so are you guys ready for some bedtime stories? Ready for some literature? We got a lot to read right now. Yam is brooding like Batman up there. He is. Oh, speaking of, I have a poll about Yamaha over the break. Let's see. Let's see if I can pop this up. That's not what I want. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I thought I had this prepared. But I think the poll link in the overlay changed once I changed it. Let's see if I can get this going. Okay, so I have a little quiz for you guys. What did Yamaha do over the break? He's up there in the corner, brooding a lot, it's true. Did he, and you can answer in the chat with just numbers, and you can only vote once, so choose carefully. Did he, 1, coughed up a hairball right on the carpet? 2, did he scratch a new couch that he's never scratched before? Was it 3, was a perfect, beautiful little angel the entire time, or for all of the above? I'm excited to hear what you guys think. 3 and 4. Okay, okay. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to start reading. So it says, I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. With my sight only partially cleared, see, I stood motionless, peeping ahead through a dim veil which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang and bars appeared. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. Okay, and then the next paragraph, I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. And then I'm trying to remember it all, but it's difficult. Let me change pages. Maybe because of the drug. She got drugged. Okay. Okay. Drugged. Not fun. Forgot pooping on the carpet. Oh. If 4 was scratching up a cough is angelic. It looks like most people are answering number 4. I'll give you another minute before I give you the answer. Going on with the journal, it says, because of the drug, there was a voice. Okay. A man I did not recognize stood before me, Rivenese, though he was wearing Denis dress. So this person was a citizen of Riven, even though he was dressed like a citizen of Denis, which is the culture that Gen wants to bring back for some reason. Seems like they might be evil because Gen doesn't want them to come back, or Atris doesn't want them to come back, I guess. Um, let's see. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in, and I fell asleep. Next page, then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them. Like hundreds of people whispering, I couldn't wake up. Okay. Hey yo, I was just thinking about you yesterday. Seemed like it'd been a while since the last stream, but I'm terrible with sense of time, so I wasn't sure. It has been a while, Octavius. Welcome back. Yeah, I was gone for the 4th of July. We went to visit my partner's family. But we are back and we are ready to finish Riven. And we are reading Catherine's journal right now because we got to figure out how to signal to her that she is safe to come out. Or we need to figure out how to let her out of the cage, one or the other. Because she's trapped in there. If she could move freely, she would. Yes, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. Let us know what you did over the holiday if you want to know. If we would like to know. And if you aren't in the US and you did not have a holiday, feel free to just let us know what you've done in the last week. Fuzzy Juzzy, if you're having trouble reading her terrible handwriting, you can look up the transcript online, like I did. Okay. I've got it on one screen, and then I'm looking at 2 screens right now. Google is on over here, and I've got the transcript, and over here I've got the actual words. And I'm trying to stay on the same page just so we can see all the drawings as they come up. So let's see. We've already gotten to where it says we talked about the Rivenese guy. Okay, so he seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in, and I fell asleep. And then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them. Like hundreds of people whispering, I couldn't wake up. No matter, the dream did end, and now to be here with Etty. And if you know how to pronounce Eddie, please correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. He's a multitasking queen. Yes, I am. It's true. I stayed home with my brother's terrified dog while he went to a concert in Washington. Was the dog terrified because of fireworks or just terrified in general? My dog also doesn't like the 4th. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's 4th of July is hard on pets. I don't know how Yamaha was. Last year, he saw fireworks and was totally fine. But maybe he's changed in the last year. I hope not. I bet he was chill. Anyways, Etty is here. And Catherine is with her. Going on, it says it's okay. It's been so many years, I didn't realize how much I missed her, like a piece of me that I'd forgotten I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. Okay, and then we've got this little side note here that we need to read. So it says, I write quickly from my prison. Nila, again, fix me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Nila will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Nila will return your book. Okay, so Catherine knows that we're here in Riven. She scribbled on this note and passed it off to Nila, who somehow came to her in prison, I guess, visited her. And she's giving us this message specifically. So she says, Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. She's talking about the book that we trapped Gen in. He's already trapped. That was so easy, by the way. Can we talk about that? Like, we literally just had to step inside the book, and then he switched places with us, and boom, he's trapped. We didn't have to, like, do any puzzles. We literally just had to get the book, and then go back to the place where we've already gone to, his lab, or his study on that other page, and immediately takes the book. It, like, walked us into that. Like, there were no other options. So I'm kind of confused. I feel like it should have been harder, but I don't know. I'll take it. I'll take it. Anyways, he's nervous, not because of fireworks, but because he hates fascists. Okay, you and me and your dog have a lot in common. He's a nervous little guy normally and doesn't like anything unfamiliar or startling. And unfortunately, I brought my dog, and his dog being scared also scared my dog. So you had two scared dogs scared of each other. Sounds like fun. This is interesting stuff. Definitely didn't remember it. Okay, I'm glad we can review it with you. Freaky Friday book swap. Ooh. Yeah. Freaky Friday is just Riven, the movie. Yeah, once you get to that point, he was very gullible. Haha. Yep, ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. Anyways, Yan is locked up and we're good to go. Let's see. Going on. It says, if you find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Okay, so we found his office on Riven. We're gonna need to go there. Or maybe his office on the other H. We'll check the one on the other H. I think that's where it is. If you find my prison, you'll still need the combination. Gen keeps his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done. But don't signal him before I am released. Which, okay, we are of course going to signal him before she's released, at least once. We'll say before. We just want to see how it ends when we do that. Oh, so he was probably in Riven when Atris made the trap books, so probably wasn't aware that was even possible. That's true. I think he's been in Riven for like 30 years now. Is that right? I feel like that's what it was saying in the journals. But anyway, she signs her name Catherine. She's beautiful cursive handwriting that's so hard to read. Thank goodness for Google. Let's keep reading. Scrolling down on Google. Okay. I do wish she were more interested. It seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asks me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born out of ignorance and oppression. They are a gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed, and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. So I don't remember where we learned this, but I remember from last time or a few times ago that the rebels, the Moieti, actually think that Catherine's a goddess because of the way she jumped into the star fissure and survived. And she's like there to save them from Gen, I think, is what they believe. And she feels distant from them because now she doesn't feel like she can talk to them one-on-one because they see her as a deity. Okay, going on. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstand me and I couldn't relate to them, but now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them and this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given a second chance, but a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? The Moieti Atris would want me to chronicle all that I've learned. I can at least record some of it. Okay, let's catch up to where we got. Okay, so after she said the word savior, she scribbled these notes. I cannot tell what these are. This looks like an eye that's been scribbled out. This looks like phases of, like, is this the moon? A phase of the moon, and this is the sun? No idea what this is. No idea what this is. This looks like three people standing in a field. Reminds me of Iowa, with more people. More people than there are in Iowa, right there. And then, look, some shrubbery. How fun. Okay. Man, I hate when my friends see me as a deity. I bet they do that a lot, Sassy Flower. Okay, going on. The moiety. The moiety Atris would want me to crow. I already read this. Next up. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gen on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gen at the fissure, where I linked back to Mist, and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Okay, wait. I'm reading without actually comprehending. Let me catch up. Many years ago, efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. Oh, yeah. So we did read a little bit of this last time. That's how we knew that they thought she was a god because of her escape. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed a confrontation with Gen at the fissure, where I linked back to Mist, and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won. That Gen was no god at all, but only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. Okay, which is interesting. I didn't realize that the inhabitants of Riven wouldn't know that the books were a thing. I kind of thought everyone in this universe knew that the books were a thing and that you could transport to different ages using the books. But it looks like that's not the case. The people here do not realize that. Catherine, Gen, and Atris are kind of alone in their knowledge there. Yeah. Get wrecked, Io. I view you as a deity, Sassy Flower. Okay, me too. As you should. Sassy Flower is our new deity. Everyone praise her in the chat. Oh, and by the way, um, those of you guys who answered all of the above in the poll, you were correct. He did cough up a hairball on the carpet. He did scratch up our brand new couch. Not new, but it's like a couch that's new to him. And he was perfect and beautiful at the same time. He's all of the above. I have another poll for you guys. Because we went to the zoo on our way back from Iowa. We stopped in Omaha, Nebraska, where my partner has some friends, and stayed with them. It was really, really fun. They're very, very fun people. And Omaha, surprisingly, Omaha of all places, has one of the best zoos in the world, possibly the best one in the country, in the US, which I had no idea about. I thought San Diego was the best one in the US, but some people put Omaha, Nebraska above San Diego. And it was very, very fun. And we saw lots of fun animals. And anyways, that brings me to my poll question. Little trivia for you guys. I want you to guess what was my favorite animal at the Omaha Zoo. Was it 1, fruit bats, 2, the tawny frogmouth, which is a bird, it looked really fun, the North American beaver, love beaver, or was it the cave frogs? I'll give you several minutes to answer that. Harambe. Not Harambe. We know how much you like beaver. Pride Month is over. Beaver is in. Anyways, going on while you guys, the rest of you answer the poll. It seems that when Atris, okay. I'm just trying to catch up the journal with where I've actually read online. Okay. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Okay, so she always hoped that they would realize Gen wasn't a god, but she's a little flabbergasted that they just decided that she was a god instead. Okay. Going on, Atris had stripped Gen. Atris had stripped Gen of his power, therefore Atris must be a true god. As a true god, he was chasing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. Oh. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Oh, cool. So they think that Atris is the real god and she's just kind of becoming a god because of him? Interesting. I personally like the fruit bats. Okay, you have good taste, good taste. The band and the animal. I don't know if I've listened to the band. I'll have to check them out. All right, I think that's enough time. The answer to the poll, wait for it, drum roll, is fruit bats. None of you guys got it. You guys were so good at the last poll, and then this one, not quite as good. But the fruit bats were it. I thought they were super duper cool. I loved everything in this list, of course. The cave frogs were so fun. You actually got to go underground in the zoo. I've never done this in a zoo before. They had a whole underground section that was dark. They had like not infrared because we can see it. We can't see infrared. Just like red light everywhere. And so you could see the animals and they were like walking around like it's nighttime because they were like nighttime animals. So the bats were like flying around, the cave frogs were hopping around. There were like little armadillos everywhere. It was so cool. 10 out of 10 of experience. If you're ever in Omaha, highly recommend the zoo. Fruity. You are right. But yeah. Okay, and then we have one more poll, and I'm just going to leave this up for the rest of the stream because this one's a little bit more relevant. And that question is, what game should we play after Riven? Okay. Um, I've got a few options here. Some of them are ones that you guys have suggested. Some of them are ones that I have found on Steam and that I just think look fun in general. And I will be happy with any of these options, but I want to hear what you guys think. So there's quite a few here. I'll read them out to you guys. Again, you can only vote once. So pick carefully and Google them if you need to. First of all, Myst 3. We can keep going with our trend of doing Myst and then Myst 2 Riven, and then going on after that. But if we want to have a break from the Myst vibes and do some other vibes first, because we'll definitely come back to Myst 3 eventually. Like, I'm going to have to play that. But if you want to break first and you want to play something else, choose one of the other options. The Talos Principle looks really, really cool. Really good ratings on Steam. It's like a puzzle-based game, as far as I can tell, and it looks really, really cool. It's a little more modern. You walk around in 3D. Yeah. Firewatch is another one. It looks really kind of relaxing and fun, but you're like a fire warden in the middle of the Wyoming woods, and you are like watching out for fires in one of those little things, those little like Firewatch towers, and there's a mystery. I don't know what the mystery is, but there's a mystery that you have to solve. So there's that. It looks really, really pretty. Abduction. Several of you guys on Twitch and on YouTube have suggested this one, and so that's why I've got that one. It does look really cool. It's by the same people that did Myst, as far as I can tell. Is that right? I think it's by the same people that did Myst. And so again, kind of a puzzle-based game, mystery, looks fun. Rogue Detective number 5, I just found on Steam, and I think it looks really funny. And it's kind of short too, and I think it'd be a fun vibe. And the final option, Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill. I grew up playing the Nancy Drew games and love them, and haven't played the remake of this one. This is the first Nancy Drew game remade in the modern day. So anyways, lots of options for you guys. Take your time to decide, but I would love to hear it. No Riven remake? Understandable if you're all Rivened out. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot actually, and I obviously want to do the Riven remake sometime, but I think it'll be more fun if I don't do that, if I don't do both Rivens back to back. Because I think it'll be kind of like taking a step backwards, you know, because I'll be in the same exact environment, even though it'll look cooler and like more modern with just different puzzles, and it'll feel like I took a step backwards. So I think I want to take a pause before I get back to that one. I have bought it. It is in my Steam library. It is ready whenever, but not next. No. Anyways, going on. That was a big little detour right there. Okay. I did not know their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Etty was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe these things. Interesting. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made no effort to inform me. Fair, fair. Um, I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life. Okay. Scrolling down real quick, sorry. Acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gen at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion which is the very foundation of their hope and courage to band together and rebel against Gen. Since then, I've learned of their other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to free them. Some believe that I will overthrow Gen. Others believe that I will bring them to paradise. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I don't know why she crossed out it. I think we talked about that last time. I have no idea why she would have done that. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they will not love as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater... Oh wait, let's look at this picture first. So after the word master, she wrote this. So there's the little daggers that they have. There's some figurine here. And yeah, this guy in the window, or he's a picture, or I don't know, is he angry? Is he surprised? Here's a lot of, do these look like huts? Is this a monster? Is this Godzilla running over the huts, running away from this guy? Maybe. And then there's some chicken scratches here that don't look like anything, but I mean, keep an eye out for scratches that look exactly like this chicken scratch. It'll be hard to recognize because it's not a very memorable shape, but maybe it's important. I don't know. Going on. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of caves that he still has not discovered. Good for them. Good for them. Lots of people are voting for Mist. I take it we're all Mist fans here. I think a lot of us are Mist fans. I myself am a Mist fan now. I've been converted. I really like it. Going on. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chase. Let me go back to the words that I can actually read. I have to like keep catching my spot on both screens. They sever the relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they've I hope they've not sacrificed vital limbs in order to remove the cancer. And that's where it is on the real page. Okay. This is kind of tricky, guys. Bear with me. Sorry for the stumbles every now and then. Okay, even Father and Enant are still on the surface in Gen's domains, and I long to see them, but a dimness shrouds Eddie's face every time I mention them. Big Misties. We are big Misties. Okay. Oh yeah, and Father and Enant. I don't know if we're ever going to meet them, but there's more lore. That's exciting. We know about more people. Yeah. Every time I've mentioned them. Okay, so we're on the next page. There we go. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one of Gen's constructions or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forage to the island's surface and take this regalia very seriously. Refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they are properly attired,
They get much pleasure out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by their costumes, calling them evil spirits or ghosts. That's where we are. I'll read a few more paragraphs and then let's take a break from reading because this is a lot of words. Let's take a break from reading. Let's go check out Gen's lab and see if we can figure out what the code is. So let's do one more paragraph. It was during one of these expeditions that they fortunately rescued me from one of Gen's guards when I first appeared on the island. Kind of like we were rescued from the guards. Okay, otherwise I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gen immediately. I have no doubt he is searching for me. He is now searching for me. So this was all written before she was trapped by Gen. Okay, we're going to pause there. I know you guys didn't necessarily join the stream today expecting to hear a novel, but that's what Catherine's book is. Let's see if I can remember this code. It was 2522, I want to say. I'm going to have to find it in my notes. I hope I still remember where it is in my notes. The first ones are 12 and 14. And then the other one was 20, wasn't it? I think it was 20. There we go. Did you solve the animal puzzle? I missed some streams. We did solve the animal puzzle. Yeah, it was a cool puzzle, actually. The way that they had the animal sounds helping you, but also they had animal shapes hidden in the environment. That was really, really fun. We finally figured that out. And, oh, how did you get those numbers? We learned a lot of those numbers in the little classroom, where they had the little feed the villagers to the fish game. And we used some logic after that. It took a long time. I had to write diagrams in Microsoft Paint, but we finally got there. So, yeah, we learned a few tricks. If you rotate the number shapes, it multiplies them by 5, and then you add the number shapes together if they're written over each other. And, yeah, that's how we figured it out. Anyways, here is Gen's lab. If it'll let my cursor... Oh, there's my cursor. It'll let my cursor appear. Here we are. Which, first of all, very fun space for a lab. Like, impressive views. Absolutely beautiful. And, like, the architecture in here, so fun. This is a little drab. I feel like he could have made this funner. Add some arches, add some ornamentation, add some marble and gold like he did over here. This is also kind of boring, but it's functional. And then this, I don't remember what this is. What is this? Oh, this was for the cage that we were caught in, I think, right? Yeah, yeah. Can you burn the book he is in? Ooh. Let me tell you first of all that chat that you just posted, Sassy Flower, was held by the auto moderator for aggression. Twitch thinks you're being too aggressive. But maybe we can. Ooh. It's got a little record player kind of thing here, I guess. And a little starfish, maybe? There's the number 5 on it. Overdone at this point. Come on, again, you can do other numbers sometimes. He's a fan of jazz. Is this Riven jazz? It keeps playing. What a vibe. Sad jazz and a beautiful sunset over the ocean with How to Train Your Dragon geography. Like, imagine Hiccup writing Toothless through this. I want my office to be here. What is this gonna do? You like jazz? I sure do. Okay, so that turns this off, I'm guessing. But what does this do? Maybe this powers the books? Let's let's test out the books, see if they work now. I think that might just unpower the books. Automod really doesn't like you, Sassy Flower. I'm so sorry. I keep having to let you in. I should honestly just turn on the 18 plus ratings for Twitch and turn off Automod. Because so far everyone's been fine. Nobody's said anything that's actually bad. Or actually mean. They've said things that are dirty than that kids maybe shouldn't hear, but nothing that's actually bad. Uncensor me. Okay, so we were right. The little furnace over there powers these books. Because we turned it off, the books aren't working anymore. If we turn it back on, I'm sure the books will be working. But we don't want to go anywhere right now, so we won't turn them on yet. And now this is off. The music is off. But we'll leave it on. We like it. I like it at least. Here is, oh, some little instruments. And I'm being very careful to click everywhere, because I know how Riven likes to hide tiny little buttons that'll do things if you click them that aren't necessarily that obvious. It doesn't look like there's anything to click here. So who knows what these things are? They look kind of fun, but... Oh, it's his cool pipe. Oh yeah, he cooked... I just put two and two together. I didn't think about the fact that I saw cave frogs in real life, and they're just like the cave frogs here in Riven. The ones that he smokes in his pipe. What do you think the zoo employees would have done if I had started smoking the cave frogs in the Omaha Zoo? How fun would that be? I bet they would have loved it. They would have thought it was super creative. They would have said, oh my god, you're just like Gen from Riven. It's a very fancy fountain pen. How fun. They would have smoked him with you, I bet. Yeah. He's a big fan of scarab beetles. This looks kind of like the ones that he has in his little worship chamber room that rotates. That has all the little murals when you look inside of them. It's not letting me look inside of this one, so that's kind of a bummer. Maybe it's just a paperweight. And here's the book that he is trapped in. We can't even go in there right now if we wanted to, because the furnace is off, and that powers us. Which I don't know how the power gets from the furnace to this book that's just sitting on the table, but I think that's what's going on. There's writing around the top. Doesn't look like we can look at the bottom. Okay, I think we're all done with that table. We just want to... Okay, do we want to go downstairs, down the fun-looking little tube, or do we want to walk outside the big fancy golden door? You guys let me know. I want to know what you guys think. By the way, I'm drinking tonight some iced tea, the turmeric spiced tea blend. Very, very good. Mixed it in a little oat milk, of course. Sassy Flower says down. Let's go down. It looks creepy. It looks very creepy. Red. And a little bowl. A little basin, if you will. Oh, that's water. Is that to wash his hands? Is this his lavatory? Is this his little bathroom chamber? Is that where he washes his hands? Oh, no, this is his bedroom. I guess it can be both. He can have like a bedpan. And I wonder what's gonna pop up here. Because this is a hologram machine, and he has the hologram machines spaced around the village at Riven. But those seem to be more about, like, him teaching things to the people of Riven, the Rivenese. But why would he have one right in here? Like, who's talking to him? He's doing a lot of talking to other people, but who's talking to him? Holy water. Oh, holy water. she's staring a lot. That was a tonal shift. What's she saying now? It's Ken Spank Bank. He likes it when they talk dirty to them. Likes it when they talk dirty to him. So that was interesting. Not sure I liked that, but it was very interesting. And then, yeah. Let's check out his bed. Oh, and his bedside table. What's in here? Oh, hey, that's probably the, Is that a bomb? Is that a bomb? It keeps ticking. My cursor is gone. I have to wait here. Oh, wait, no, it's not done. So I really can't read what's in there, but the sounds sounded like the little chimes that we have outside of Catherine's chamber. There was the little ding, ding, ding. I want to say there were 3 dings, and then what was after that? So 3 dings, 1 snap, 1 rattle. Ding, 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 snap. I don't know how to do a rattle with my mouth, but you get the idea. And crisis averted. It doesn't look like this is a bomb. Is something behind the tapestry? Ooh. Maybe. We'll come back to the bedside table later. It does... Oh, no, that's just the way up. It doesn't look like there's anything behind the tapestry as far as I can tell. Yep, it's just there for fun, I guess. It looks like the cipher and the Da Vinci Code. Huh. Oh, and I didn't notice this before. What is this fancy guy? He's a musician. Some kind of fun instrument. And wow, that's quite the photo. Those are very soul-piercing eyes right there. Those are like... I'm entranced. I don't know. Who is this? It won't let me zoom in on the words here, but it says to again something, 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 something. So whoever this woman is signed this and sent it to him? More pipes or a bong. Oh. How many frogs is he using down here? And is this the same woman that's in the little hologram? The Virgin Mary. With holy water? This is his little church. I'm not going to watch it again. I don't feel like there's any reason to. Maybe we'll visit again later, but not right now. Okay, here's a book. Very scratched, which is interesting. And... guys, I think we're in for a lot of reading today. Because we still need to finish Catherine's journal. And, Yen has a whole other journal here to read, so... that's fun. Speaking of, Yen left his other journal in his other lab on Riven, not on this other age that he's on right now, in Riven, left it unattended for us to find, maybe? Did he leave it there on purpose so that we would get to him? Or was that an accident? I feel like that was on purpose. I feel like he wanted us to get to him. But let's look in here. Oh, there's some clothes or bed sheets or something. That's fun. It's for the tax write-off. Oh. If you make your bedroom a church, then you don't have to pay taxes. And who places a medallion? Is this a medallion? Is this a like coaster? What is this thing that he just put on his bed? And why did he put it there? Gen is weird, guys. He's very, very weird. But buckle up. It's time to do some reading, as if we haven't done enough reading today already. But let's get through this, and then let's keep exploring. So anyways, here we go. 8/86/9/29. He says, I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the 5th age. Yay! I thought... oh, and though it sets my teeth on edge... teeth on edge? On the edge of what? what are your teeth on the edge of? Though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fissure Plateau cage, as I'd guessed, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. Again, that's similar to what happened to us when we came here. Someone darted the guard that was going to try to take us to Gen, and then dragged him away. But then they didn't drag us away, they just let us explore, which is interesting. Okay, I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. The damnable luck of it. Okay, so he doesn't think the rebels have any connection to Catherine, apparently. He thinks that his guards were just so dumb that they were shocked that someone came through the portal, that someone was, of course, going to come through, that they just became an easy target, and the rebels saw that and said, hey, let's just take this guy out right now. So that's good, I guess. He didn't know. Okay, he did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person, a fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. Okay, and I actually don't remember. Why did she come back to Riven? Was she just trying to help her people? She wanted to help the Rivenese because her friends were here? I think that's what it was. I feel like we learned that somewhere in one of these books that I haven't read in a long time because it's been a long time. Anyways, going on. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught. I feel like that's a different word, but whatever, we'll go on. I am also filled with hope. She may yet provide me with a way back to Denis. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction. Okay, so let's unpack a little bit here about the Denis. So he wants to get back to the Denis. For some reason, I thought the Denis were like an extinct people that he wanted to rise up again, like he wanted to bring back their culture. But this kind of implies that they still exist and he wants to get back to them. Actually, I think that's what it is. I don't know why I thought that they were an extinct people. I bet I made that up. Fuzzy Juzzy, she was tricked into thinking Atris was here. Oh. Oh, yeah, by one of the brothers, right? Is that what we decided? This is a hard game to take a week off of. We forget things. Okay. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction, but I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. City's ruins, so maybe they are extinct and he needs to reconstruct them? Those damn brothers, that's right. Are they dead, by the way? I don't think it's a spoiler, but if you know, like at the end of Mist, when there are those scorch marks on the spots where the books were, after we came back from seeing Atris at the very end of the game, did that mean that he just burnt their books and just killed his own sons? Is that what happened? Is that not what happened? It looks like that's what happened. But I would love to know what happened to them. Anyways, if Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son, wow, will soon be along to rescue her. Oh, thank God. Thank God he's emotionally crippled and loves his wife. Okay. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Okay? So he's just telling us stuff that we already knew. He is trying to capture Catherine because he thinks it'll help him get off of Riven. Okay? Anyways, going on. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Ah! Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. To manage. Okay. And apparently they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. So he sacrifices villagers to the work, right? Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. Wow. Wow. So his little work pets are going to be fed really well because he's going to sacrifice lots of villagers to keep them in line. Those pesky villagers. All right, 86, 10, 13. The search for Catherine continues. He still hasn't caught her. Again, what are you doing? This is so. What was the last? 86, 10, 5, 86, 10, 13. It's been days. It's been days. What are you doing? Okay. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more sorely realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I had presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It's so simple, villagers. Come on, why aren't you getting it? It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. They don't know what's good for them. Again, you're such a great person. 369, damn, she's so fine. The minds of children are much more malleable. And is that a song reference? It sounds like a song reference. I thought it was funny without even knowing what it was referencing. Okay, the minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times, they take it almost as if they had a bit of Denis blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, this guy's racist as fuck. Okay, given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. His sentences are so long. He's ranting right now. Raving and ranting. Yes, LOL. Get low. Get low. Get low. Get low. I'm thinking low, low. Shawty got low. Is that what you're referencing? Again, pop culture. I just lived under a rock most of my life. I think that counts as singing. Oh, Yamaha. Perfect, beautiful little boy. Treat time. Yep, yep, yep. Right. Going on. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly. That she could contain such knowledge responsibly. Oh, oh, okay. When it was quite clear that my own son could not. So, is he saying that he taught Catherine about the art, the way that you make linking books to travel between different worlds slash create worlds? It sounds like it is, and it sounds like he regrets telling her. Maybe. So beautiful, so little, so boy. That's him. That's him. He's been meowing so much at night lately, though. Sorry, quick side note. Since we were gone for a week, we did have someone check on him every now and then. We had a friend come over and give him lots of pets. But over the time that he was alone, he definitely got back to his old sleep schedule where he's awake all night and asleep during the day. And he's been meowing so much, wanting pets and more food, and like meowing late into the night, meowing early into the morning. Like I got very little sleep last night because of him. And so I've been making sure to wake him up a lot during the day from his naps. Because I need him to be tired. I need him to sleep at the night. I need him to sleep at night. Otherwise things don't work around here. Sorry, Yamaha. Okay, going on. Atris. Still, he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. Wow. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned to him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of the Denis. Should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned to all thoughts of the Denis. So it sounds like his mother does not like the Denis either, and that's why Atris doesn't like them, because he spent time with his grandma. Sleep regression is a bitch. It is. It really is. But we'll get him back on track. Okay, perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost, the guilt must have been unbearable. Wait, let me absorb all that's happening. I'm reading and not comprehending. So apparently, Gen's mom, slash Atris's grandma, slash the evil brother's great grandma, was the reason that the Denis civilization fell. And Gen really laments that fact, it looks like. And he thinks that she doesn't like them because she's trying to rationalize the fact that she was the cause of their downfall. But maybe, I don't know, my gut instinct is saying that she probably brought them down for a good purpose. I bet they were kind of evil in a way, and she brought them down so that they wouldn't hurt other people, something like that. Anyways, I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father, okay, and for our world. But ultimately, she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Denis became the catalyst for their demise. He's using so many big words, so many long sentences. Anyways, if I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. So does he like that his mom brought them down? Does he not like that his mom brought them down? What's his opinion here? He's kind of flip-flopping on us a little bit. Okay, these last few weeks I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the bookmaking makers guild, father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Denis world, but I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. So did he watch his dad die? Is that what happened? And he's traumatized, maybe? Anyways, I've got her. Oh, he finally caught Catherine. Okay, late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's worth 100 men. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the constant impulse to put her on the gallows. He wanted to sacrifice her. To put her on the gallows, she has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in the native tongue. How long has Gen lived here and he doesn't know the native tongue still? That's crazy. Okay, even so, she is a poor liar. Looked like Poon. I thought he was saying she was a Poon liar. Okay, she's a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. Yeah, we love a union. Oh, isn't Gen trying to rationalize his own evilness? Pot, meat, kettle. Fair, 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 very fair. Helena of Troy vibes. I don't know what Helena of Troy did. Did she bring down Troy? Did she bring down the Trojans? I don't know my Greek history very well. Anyways, if Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atris is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring the linking book to get back to Denis. There is no other way. How much longer does this go? Oh, we're so close to the end. Okay, next entry. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Keta. Kita? You were the only true kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the images. So that's his wife. His dead wife? His lost wife? His something wife is in that little hologram thing over there. I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, okay, she is dead, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. No one else matters except for Keta/Kita. The tear stains on the page. Oh my god. I feel kind of bad for him now. He's crying, talking about his dead wife in his journal. Sad boy vibes. The face that launched 1,000 ships. Oh, that sounds familiar. I still don't know the story, but that sounds familiar. Ketamine. That could be a drag name. That could be fun. Ketamine. Oh, gosh. Damn these savages. I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. As a stranger has arrived on Riven, that's us. We are the stranger that arrived on Riven, with a linking book to Denis. And once again, my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atris is certainly behind this, yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? How could he indeed? Why would he send a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? Isn't that already a drag name? She's on Drag Race UK. Oh. Okay. There's so many variants of Drag Race. I don't think I'll ever catch up. The US is enough for me, I think. Sorry to all the other ones. I'm sure you're great. There's just too many. I'll never be able to keep up. Oh, JK, Drag Race Down Under. Oh, okay. In the Australia. After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Okay, well, I don't feel like we learned anything important to this game, but we did learn some fun lore. We learned about his parents, we learned about the Denis, what he wants to do with the Denis. We learned about his wife. He's a much fuller person now. He's more 3D. He has a dead wife that he writes about in his journal and cries over. Though Down Under has always sucked, really? That's sad to hear. That accent really helps the name pun. How would you say ketamine in an Australian accent? I'm bad at accents, so I don't know. Okay, so ding, 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 snap, rattle. That is probably the thing that will help us. Yeah, that'll help us let Catherine out, I think. Which also, by the way, that's such an easy, small, short little code. Like I feel like he could have memorized that and not been scared of forgetting it. Like why did he need to have the cipher here in his quarters to remember how to open that cage if it was just that? Anyways, we'll go back to Catherine in a second. Let's go outside this door first. Never mind. Let's not go outside this door. It is locked. I want to go outside. I want to see this fun little landscape. That's a bummer. Nasally. Yeah, I've heard Down Under isn't great. Oh, dang. To clarify, they're talking about Drag Race Down Under, not all of Australia. I'm sure all of Australia is great, just not their Drag Race show. In case anyone listening is confused. Okay, well, the door still doesn't open, even though we've turned on the little furnace thing. But yeah, let's go free Catherine. And let's save first, though. We're going to do this. Well, let's go to her and then save, actually. Because we want to be able to go back later just to signal Atris before we freed Catherine and screw things up and just see what happens. We want to see all the endings. That's my goal here. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. That's the one we want. Yeah, Australia is cunt, but their drag race isn't. Very well summed up, Sassy Flower. Thank you. Alright. They like to spend a lot of time just showing us this animation before it lets me click it with my cursor. But here we are. Who's excited to save Catherine? I sure am. Part of me still thinks she's a plant. I'll say it. Part of me still thinks she's like an actress that Gen's put there just in case something went awry or just to like mess with me. Maybe the real Catherine is somewhere else. Wait, no, I don't want to load a save game. I want to save the game. I'm going to call this before freeing Catherine. Okay. Yeah, she totally could be. I think it's a very likely possibility. I actually don't. I will be shocked if that is right, but maybe. All right, that's the snap. That's the rattle. That's the ding. Okay, let's leave. So we need 3 dings, snap, rattle. And then turn this. Something's happening. That looks right. Okay, so they just rotated the cage that's around the elevator. Now she'll be able to get in the elevator with us. And the Gen thing still seems too easy, so Catherine is going to cause some problems for us, probably. Do you think so? Maybe she is crazy, like Gen says. Maybe she's going to go rogue. Maybe we should have finished her journal before freeing her. Too late now. Hello? You're walking in here really eerie.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening.
You're so close to me.
Back to the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it. We're all free.
The music is very ominous. It doesn't sound very, very joyful and celebratory.
But there still is followers. I'm not sure what I'll do once I realize he's gone. I'll have to get just to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Her face was so close to us, oh my god. Okay, so maybe the problem isn't going to be Catherine. Maybe the problem is just that Gen still has followers that like him, and they're going to cause us problems once they find out that Gen is trapped. And it still hasn't given my cursor back. I'm just staring at a blank scene, and I can't click anything. That is so weird. It's not frozen, is it? Uh-oh, I think it might be frozen. Oh. Wait, I just hit the escape button, which skips animation, so hopefully I didn't miss anything important there. If I did, let me know. I can go back. I saved, so we can go back and look at it if it's something important. But anyways, cool. She's free. We are going back to Temple Island to open up the fissure, which I called it. That little manhole cover on Temple Island with the 5-button code is probably where the fissure is. And so we just need to figure out how to open it. And I still haven't found any clues that point to a combination for that. How are we gonna figure that out? Okay, let me catch up with the chat. Maybe the god powers went to her head. Maybe. She is very pretty. She has great hair. I agree. Oh, I hope so. Hair was too nice to be evil. I don't know. I feel like evil people always have the best hair. I don't think you missed anything. No, it just makes you wait a bit. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Can we explore her room? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad you mentioned it. Because I was kind of sad that we didn't get to go out there and talk to her. I don't think we get to explore her room, actually. She just broke this. She just, like, sabotaged this. We can probably go up and gaze at it longingly. No, we can't even do that. The whole thing is screwed up. So, sorry. We cannot explore Catherine's room, I guess. Didn't she say the code was in her journal? Her journal. Okay. What the heck, Catherine? Okay. So, looks like we need to do more reading. Hope you guys are excited. You guys are excited as I am. It is fun to read the books in here. There's lots of fun lore. There's lots of fun things to talk about and think about. Again, I just worry that people will get bored getting on Twitch to listen to me just talk and not play the game, is what it feels like. But it is part of the game. It's part of the game. It's fun. Maybe I heard wrong about the journal. You read to us so well, too. Oh, yay. I'm glad you think so. All right. Let's, do we want to read it now? Or do we want to go back to his lab and then read it? Because I have a feeling that once we go back to the lab / one of the areas on Riven, that things will happen. Catherine's running around. Shit's probably hit the fan. I bet things are happening. People who willingly watch a missed stream know there's going to be reading. Okay, fair. Very fair. I will stop worrying about it. Let's read right here, actually. Okay. Let me get my browser page open so I can keep reading. Okay, it was during one of these expeditions. That's where we're at. Okay, it was during one of these expeditions that they fortunately rescued me from one of Gen's guards when I appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gen immediately. We've talked about that multiple times. She came on the island. Gen's guards caught her in that cage that we were got in, and then the moiety saved her, just like they saved us. I've no doubt that he is now searching for me, and then eventually he caught her. Okay, of course, I am now aware that I was fooled. Atris is not here. I was, at first, devastated by this realization. Now I am thankful he would be in extreme peril. Also, there is a quiet inner voice, an echoing remnant that wants him far away. It's him far away, okay? And then a little line. Okay, I have witnessed an age dying, gasping its last breath. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but I guess it's probably right. It is kind of dying, isn't it? Today I ventured to the surface to see what has become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They had become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which this kiss is wrought has fallen words, will fall cold breath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt, will suffer death. Now that we read that the second time, because I remember reading it the first time. Now that we read that the second time, it sounds Shakespearean. Is that a Shakespeare sonnet or something? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. It just feels like it is. And if it was, that would be wild because it would mean that it's like set in our universe and that Shakespeare was canon. I don't know. Any Shakespeare nerds here? Iambic pentameter? Yeah, maybe I'm just hearing iambic pentameter and assuming that it's Shakespeare. But it's like early modern English stuff. Kiss is rot. That feels Shakespearean. Maybe it's just a style. Yeah. Anyways, going on, scrolling down. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in those of my family who still live on the surface. But I also know I must keep my identity hidden from Gen's ever-vigilant eyes, so I accepted it as well. Then, together, we swam a short expanse and emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky opening. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past few weeks in the dark caves. This doesn't sound like any caves that we've been to. Like, we've been to some of the caves, the one that led to the linking book that took us to their little mushroom tree thing, but it doesn't sound like it had, I don't know, it didn't sound as complex as the cave she's describing. Anyways, the two men with me were silent. And, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from one hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of the thick and overgrown area of the forest. Is that a typo in the little fandom page that I'm on? The three of us emerged from the hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area. Oh, there's a little typo. If any of you guys are in charge of the dni.fandom.com wiki, there's a slight typo. Just giving you a slight warning. It's not a bad typo, but it is there. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if waiting my command. Wow, she's in charge of them. But could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. Oh, she's overwhelmed with nostalgia. The sights, the sounds, the smells, remembering the place that she grew up. Okay. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, all feeling was gone. There was numbness. Ooh. Sacagawea vibes. Oh, yeah. It's like Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea. Okay, we did not stay too... Oh, here's a little diagram. So this is that little pathway in the village that we've been on. Look, you go underneath the trees. There's a little, I don't know, was that one of the scarab beetles that we saw? Or was that just a bird? Look at these little tulips. They're so cute. Her drawing has gotten better over the course of writing this journal. Because, like, compare that drawing to, like, this drawing. This is just so abstract, and this other one is just so pleasant and, like, detailed. She's got, like, the bark on the trees. Very, very good job, Catherine. I'm very proud of you. Going on, we did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst. Riven, which was once one island, it was just one island? That's a lot of stuff that's underwater right now. Okay, Riven, which was once one island, has now split apart into 5 distinct pieces, about a half a mile apart. 4 of these have been claimed by Gen as his exclusive domain. What about the other one? Only his ministers and personal militia are ever allowed access to them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see 3 of these islands. They are stripped of their former beauty, are riddled with Gen's self-absorbed constructions. The moiety rarely visit these closely guarded places. Oh, so the other island that's the other people can't go on is just the villagers' island. which is interesting. So the moiety are only on that small island, and somehow Gen still hasn't been able to find them over the course of like 30 years or so. That's crazy. Like, I feel like he could have found caves in that amount of time and found them, but oh well. Glad he didn't. Sounds like he's a bad guy. Next page. There is another island which I could not see as it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what exists on this island except for the fact that they know it is where the great tree used to exist. Okay, so that great tree is probably the one... Wait, no. I was going to say that great tree is probably the tree that we were trapped in, that we got this book from, the one lady gave us. But we had to use a linking book to get there. So that made me think it was a different age, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's the same age. I don't know. Practice makes progress. You're so right. She's progressing with her art for sure. Prison Island Tree. Okay, so it is, and that's part of Riven. That makes... I guess I would hope that it's part of Riven, because the cover art for Riven is that. So that would be weird if it was part of a different age, I guess. The prison is built on the stump. They cut down the tree? Okay. There's another island, yada yada. The forest is located... The forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven, but they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. Their island is where the village is, which has changed dramatically. It is also this one remaining province of the people, though Gen's influence can be seen everywhere. The wasp nest is another age. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So are you saying that the wasp nest that we were on and the big tree that we went to are different places? I am a little confused. Hopefully reading will help that. Hopefully we'll get more context. Okay, this island is where the village is. Yada yada yada. Seen everywhere. Okay, next page. Oh, and some diagrams. This is helpful. So, here's Gold Dome Island. Or Temple Island, as Catherine called it. Here is... That looks like the little island with the villagers, with the village in it. This looks like the island with the little observation, the Bubble Island. This is Bubble Island. And look, she even drew the sword that's sticking into the side of the mountain. And then this is just, I don't remember which island this was. This is the one that you can walk straight to Golden Dome Island from. And, I don't know what she's trying to tell us here, but it's a cute drawing. It's fine. I liked her forest better, but it's fine. Slight spoiler. Oops. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, we're going on. Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the islands. Wait. Let me read the better words. The words that are easier to read. Okay, of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the island. The moiety do not. Gen wrote this place, and it will die. She just said that point blank. It will die. As all of Gen's ages eventually die. Well, that's kind of sad. I remember Atris saying that. He like roasted Gen for being bad at creating islands or ages. All right. Next entry. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. I live in a cave on a dying world inhabited by people that... And then she stops. She says, they are treating me so strangely. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still an outcast here. They whisper amongst themselves, talking of my bravery during my excursion to the surface. How I walked across the island bold and unafraid. They don't know me. Even Etty is uncomfortable around me. At times there's no awkwardness, and I am only Catran to her. Catran. That's an interesting shortened version of Catherine. Catran. But at other times I am something else. I am afraid. There's such a gaunt numbness inside of me. or inside me, today I do not feel closeness with my people, neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gen, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. She crosses this line out. I'm not even sure of... Crossed out. At least Neela is still close. So who was Neela again? I remember Etty, but I don't remember Neela. First time chat. Welcome to the chat, Star Shadow. Katran is her real Rivenese name. Okay. Oh, so Catherine is a weird version of Katran, not the other way around. Is that what you're saying? Hey, that's what I write in my journal too. Uh-oh, what part do you write? What part do you write? This is a sad entry. Cat-tran is what we call the buses on my college campus. LOL, we are the catamounts. Cat-tram. Cool. Neela was the girl who gave you the books in the Tay prison. Okay, and then who is Etty then? Have we not seen Etty yet? If that's Neela, then we probably haven't met Etty. Okay, here's more drawings, and these are more crude. This one looks like the little star symbol that's everywhere. Who knows what this was supposed to be before she scribbled it out. Yeah. You can see Yamaha poke his head up. He just heard his feeder go off. It's feeding time. Etty isn't seen. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And next entry, scrolling down. I am boiling, I am dash. That's the whole entry. Interesting. She's really warm for some reason. Don't know what's going on there. Next entry, Gen is making and writing books. I wish they had told me sooner. Why? Of course he is. Like, what else would he do? Isn't that all he does? Atris should have realized this would happen. Of course, Gen would have written all the material necessary to the Denis craft of making books. Gen would have written all the material necessary to the Denis craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he ever wrote. He is attempting to write his way out of here. We did not imprison him, we only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people are his machines, all laboring in his mad pursuit to become a god, to carry on his noble Denis cause. So far, he has not been able to produce a fully functional book, which we knew because we read his journal, and we read about all of his struggles to make a book. Okay. Haha, love the way Yam gets down from his tree. He's still kind of clumsy with it. You should have seen him when he first got to this cat tree. Like, that little window back there, the little window was so hard for him to figure out. He, like elbow his way through and try and crawl on top of it. It's been really fun watching him get used to it. Katran hates capitalism. Same. Same. Katran and me both. All right. Atris has never believed in destiny. Okay, we're here. Atris has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much of a coincidence. They hang on my every word, though they do not understand them. I am their hope, and now I have returned. Okay, so maybe she is going crazy and is kind of thinking she's a god or destiny or something. Let's see. Only one way to find out. Let's keep reading. I owe this to them. There is no choice. And she's got a little diagram of that microscope over the star fissure cover. That's what I'm calling it right now, the star fissure cover with the microscope on top. And yes, this diagram is pointing to the little steam vent that you have to turn on. You have to stop the steam from escaping out the top here, so the steam will go into this pipe and start powering the little the lift for the microscope. We already knew that. Catherine, you didn't need to write that for us. Going on, going on. It's been a long time since my last entry. It is hard to recognize, but I have found the star fissure. It is located on the island which the Rivenese call a lapo, meaning water pool. Water pool. but which is referred to by the moiety as Alatwan, meaning pool of stars. Interesting. Is that not the island with this stuff on it? Because I don't remember a pool necessarily. I do kind of remember a little lagoon, like there was a little cutout area, I think. I'll have to go back to remember. Having once allowed Atris to escape this age without leaving a door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. Okay, yep, that sounds right. A crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport, the combination to which was acquired by the moiety before my arrival. And she writes these numbers here. Okay, I think this is where we find the code to open that up. Okay. I'm excited. In the early days, let's see if we can remember our numbers. Let me look in my little notebook. This first one is the number 3. Write this down. So 3, followed by the number, what is that? That's 1. Followed by, is that 4? It's 4. I'm remembering some of my numbers. And then 3 again, and then 3 again. Lots of 3s. Very un-Gen-like. He likes his 5s. You can't see it, but Yamaha's on the desk right now. All right. In the early days, okay, I need you to scooch so I can read. Okay. In the early days, the moiety, seeking an escape from Riven, briefly pursued the idea of scooch. Okay. Briefly pursued the idea of reopening the fissure. They discovered a small mechanic stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. They discovered a small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. So they figured out how to raise the telescope, I guess. I hate to think that what... Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to pick you up because you're in the way, sorry. Briefly pursued. Okay, ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain that with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. Uh-oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. The Yam Man. Here he is. Say hi, Yam. Hi. Hi. In the early day... Oh, I already read that. Okay. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. Or if they had not left it alone. I have instructed... Yep, we're still on the same page. Sorry. I'm moving back and forth between screens and I've lost my spot again. Oh my god, are we only... Wait. We're only like halfway through this. No, we're like 2/3 of the way through this. We'll read a little bit more and then we'll go open the star fissure. How about that? Yeah. That's just, I've heard that in the days immediately following Gen's confinement... Where is that? I have heard that in the days immediately following Gen's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atris's hands into that very same space. To this end, he would have people, alleged transgressors of the law, thrown into it so that he could observe their face. The telescope which still stands there is one he had built for these callous experiments. Like, is he expecting to find their faces in the stars? I'm a little confused by that, but he's doing morbid experiments on the villagers. They're always the victims of his little experiments, his little games. It is said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears that the limits of Gen's optics prevented him from learning their fate. So something happened to them. Who knows what? So that's more lore. I bet we'll I bet we'll hear about some of these people in the later books or the later Mist games. That just feels like good world building for the next story, for the next mystery. We need new characters. Okay, the star field beneath the fissure, yeah. Okay, the star fissure beneath. Oh, the star field beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space as hospital. Oh, okay. Yamaha pressed my keyboard, but it's fine. Starfield is gentle space as hospital to life as a flowing river. This is how Atris explained it after he had fallen into it, but much more than we've never understood, and we were never able to conclude upon its origins, but the visions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I need to digest that real quick. So Starfield, gentle space. Much more than I noticed. Okay, so a couple things are going on. So Atris told her about his experience falling into the star fissure, and apparently it was a gentle space. It was a very gentle experience. And so hopefully the poor souls that Gen threw in there are probably still fine, somewhere out in some other age. Another thing that's interesting is she's talking about visions. I don't know when she started having visions, but a little scary. She might be going crazy. Or maybe she's not going crazy and she's actually God. That could be it. It was born out of the will of the Maker. So there's some sort of maker. Maybe, according to her. Okay. I still remember Atris's words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued following into that starry expanse. There must be some greater reason behind it. I neglected to mention it earlier. And that's the book that we found, right? In Mist, in the previous game. I think we already decided that. But I like how the story's all coming together. So maybe it was fate that we found that book. Okay, the unique shape of one of the great daggers which appeared during our escape from Riven. They appeared during their escape. The very dagger that stands vertically at one end of the Alatwan. And let's go back. The Alatwan is the island with the microscope telescope thing on it, right? I'm scrolling up on my screen. You can't see it. But where do they say that? There's too much. I can't find it. I'm like 98% sure. All I want is that island. So the one that's standing up in that island is I lost my place. This is stressful, guys. Oh, there we go. Found it. Found it. Earlier, the unique shape of one of the great things, yada yada yada. Great daggers. Okay, has been adopted by the moiety as a symbol of their cause. It is a sacred symbol for them. It is a representation of me. To deface this symbol is sacrilege. So that's where they got the symbol for their daggers, was these giant daggers that fell from space. Cool. And we don't know why they fell from space and why that happened when they went through the fissure, but that is apparently what happened. Going on, they have their own mythical explanation. I would love to hear it. Their own mythical explanation regarding its sudden origins. I haven't told them that I wrote it into this age, along with all the other daggers. So she wrote it into the age. I thought Gen made this age, but I guess multiple people can be authors of an age, or people can like alter an age by writing in new things into it after it's already been made. Not really sure. Okay, sorry, Yam, you've lost desk privileges. Enjoy the couch. But they don't want to hear this from me. Oh. Okay, it's strange how much a young how such a young religion can be so unbending even to their own God. I've tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols contain so much power. The enemy uses this paranoia against them. They are fearful of Gen's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the ark. Okay. Yeah, people can make changes same way Atris is currently writing to keep this place together. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Well, that's good to know. So one person can write a book to make an age, and then multiple people can like add their own words into it to change things and update things. And Catherine did that. Why did she do that? Why did she make these daggers? Why did she write daggers into the age? What was the point of that? That's my new question. Okay. Oh yeah, and they're terrified of symbols of the bark. Good to know. But they don't want to hear this from me. Perhaps my attempts have even caused some of the younger members of the moiety to doubt that I am Catherine. Uh-oh. There's going to be a revolt. I'm scared. Also, just an FYI, Atris is pronounced like Atris, not Atris. Oh. Well, my apologies. I've been saying that really, really long. So Atris. I might say it wrong a few more times, but I'm gonna try to fix that now. Atris. Okay. My rare encounters with those who say they follow Gen have been discouraging. She's trying to convert them. I have hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gen. Soon after we trapped Gen on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. In the village circles, it is told that it was a punitive act performed by Gen to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered unto a new and better existence. So both both Gen and the moiety are using this symbol in their like propaganda, apparently. Which is interesting. That would get confusing. Like, what if you were a villager and you saw that symbol? How would you know that it's from Gen or from the moiety? It's not important anyways, just an FYI. I appreciate it anyways. I like to know that I'm pronouncing things correctly. I don't want to pronounce them incorrectly. It's less fun that way. So thank you. Soon after we trapped Gen on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible. Okay, I've already read that. I will continue to try and reach them. The door is open. Gen is free. Oh, so she knows that he's gotten to different age. Gen has the ability to create working books. We already knew that. In fact, he has written one age before I arrived, but has kept his accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. They will be delivered unto a new and better existence. Sounds like the rapture. It kind of does. It's an interesting examination of belief systems and colonialism. It kind of is, because Gens definitely has colonial vibes. Like he really looks down on the natives here and sees them as lesser than him. So that definitely feels a little too real, I guess you could say. No. Gen has the ability to create working books. In fact, he had written one age before I arrived and has kept this accomplishment so well hidden, yada yada. Okay. I'm not sure, perhaps he has written others. Other news a few years ago. Yeah, I'm sorry, please don't come back up here. I know you want pets. Get pets right here. Again, is that guy in Pokemon? He is. The really big faced guy with the droopy face. Yeah, Yamaha again. He's being a little naughty. No, he's not naughty. He's perfect. Never, never, ever naughty. Okay. Do. A few years ago, before the Moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gen had intended to destroy. It had been partially written, but did not work. Okay, so she's learning about his experience to make books. Okay, there's the two competing schools of thought with people like Gen thinking they created the ages they write, or people like Atris thinking they just create pathways to places that already exist. Oh, that is really interesting. So I was confused. I was thinking that the books could do either, that you could either create an age or create a linking book to an age. But it sounds like one or the other is happening, and some people think it's one, some people think it's the other, I'm guessing. Isn't it possible to write some things into existence though? See, that's what I thought. That's why I'm confused. Gen thinks he is actually a god, is why he acts this way. Okay, so Atris thinks he's writing links to these places, and so he has more respect for the people because they're real people. And Gen thinks that he's creating these worlds, and that's why he looks down on them? Or are you just writing it into that age, taking it from somewhere else? Oh, we're getting very metaphysical here. It is possible to write things and change things, but it's like a multiverse type thing. A multiverse of mists. Guys, I'm very lost and overwhelmed. Maybe more of Catherine's journal will help. Okay, they didn't tell me about it till now, and because they thought it was useless. Oh, but she knows that it isn't, maybe. Back then, none of Gen's books worked, but instead of correcting the problems at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes to heal his book's inherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. So the wood wasn't impure, she's implying. He just was bad at making books. Okay. It's not actually even clear which school of thought is correct, though, too. Just helps add some depth to how they act. That's how I like it. Ambiguous AF. Same. It's more fun when it's ambiguous. We can argue about what we think. Okay. At last, however, he finished his work. He was finally able to link to an age. He kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he is using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps he means to lure us into using the books in the dome. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal bait. But he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. There is a possibility of... And she crosses it out. So here's my theory. The burnt book that they stole from him, Catherine was able to fix it. And that's how she made... No. Yeah, maybe that's how she made the linking book that we found in the animal puzzle that led us to the Moiety's little lair with the mushroom tree thing. That's kind of what I'm guessing. I'm sure she'll explain it. Let's keep reading. Okay. Have read burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as new home for the moiety. Must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once again, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gen will interfere. He will leave the bait. Okay. There are both linking books and descriptive books. Oh. We've got a lot. Yamaha. Yamaha, you are perfect, but you are being a little annoying right now. I'm just gonna move my window so I can see it. He's like parked right in front of where the words are, so I can't read within there. Okay, there is a tension, a strain blurs my vision, and nightmares Neela and Etty stay close. Oh, have begun writing the Moides Age. Now must require a second book from Gen. Yam is adding visual interest for the viewers. He is. It's true. He's a working boy. He's a working girl. He's a marketing genius. He is. Sorry I called you annoying, Yamaha. You're doing a great job. Need a cat cam? I agree. I need to figure out how to do that. I bet I could get like just like a webcam that connects to my computer over Wi-Fi, and then I could probably just put it right on top of, like point it right on the cat tree, and you guys can watch him nap. I think that'd be really cute. Then he can have his own and not have to steal yours. That's right. That's what's going on. He's definitely not just up here trying to steal pets. He just wants attention. He just wants screen time. He wants to be on the camera. Yam should play that fish game for cats on the iPad. Ooh. I have an old iPad that I should probably try and resurrect and see if it'll play that game. And then have his own Twitch channel. That would be cute. That would be really cute. What do you think, Yamaha? Huh? You want your own Twitch channel? Okay. Oh. Okay. Hiccup Jr. That's cute. That's really cute. Okay, have read Burnt Book, age it describes. Oh yeah. Yada yada yada. Okay. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once opened, we can power the Burnt Book. I do not think Gen will interfere. He will leave the bait. Interesting. Okay. Wait, did I go too far? Anyways, okay, he will leave the bait. They think that they won't interfere with them opening the domes and using the domes to power their own Burnt Book, because they think that he's got the domes there as bait for them to open one of his books and go into a trap. So he's going to leave them alone, hope that they fall into his trap, but they're not going to fall into his trap. They've got their own book that they're powering, is what she's saying, I think. And she has this fun drawing here of, oh, the little mushroom tree. It looks like I do see the trunk of a tree here with something put on top of it. So I do see how this could be like the tree of life thing that's been cut down, and now they built the mushroom prison on top of it, maybe. Bait for whom? I think he's trying to bait the moiety, the rebels. Like, I think he's hoping the rebels will open up the domes that we opened up and then go to that cage in his room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. But don't know what's going on here. This looks almost like a volcano. Like when they cut down the tree, did like, was it turn into a volcano, or did it like suck air into it? Is that what this is drawing? Not totally sure. Here's a giant bird. That's cute. Here's a little bumblebee, I think. And oh, Yamaha is watching my cursor again. Oh, and here's the moon and a star. And a fun little line. Look at that little line. Look at that little arc at the end. Look at the gentle curve. What a fun line. Why did she draw that line? I don't know. Anyways, going on. Okay, have begun writing the Moiety's Age. Now must acquire second book from Gen. Okay, that's where we were at. There is tension. A strain blurs my vision and nightmares. Neela and Etty stay close. So maybe she draws these during her nightmares, because these drawings are very crazy and weird looking. Maybe they're her visions, and they're supposed to tell the future. Yeah? That was Tay. Who was Tay? I'm sorry, I already missed. I forgot what I was talking about that you were referring to with Tay. Looks the mirror ball trophy from Dancing with the Stars. Little disco ball. I find it hilarious she draws like a 3-year-old. She kind of does. Like cute 3-year-old drawings. Like that's a cute little bumblebee. But Definitely 3-year-old style, nonetheless. A waxing crescent, yeah. Is it waxing or waning? I never know which side is which. I don't know my phases of the moon very well. I wonder if the stump where Catherine's prison was used to have a tree village like the one in Tay. Oh, this area is Tay. Okay. That other age with the big ball-shaped spade. Okay. And then the stump where Catherine's prison was used to have a tree village like the one in Tay. There was a stump in Catherine's prison. I think I missed that. Did I miss a giant stump out here? Oh! I really missed that. This is a big giant stump with a prison built on top of it. I thought that this was just weird geology. Just weird rocks, but that's definitely a tree, you're right. Interesting, perhaps Tay was inspired by the prison tree. I could see that. I never know if it's waxing or waning either, lol. Looks like we all have a lot to learn about the moon. Maybe this book will teach us about the moon. If this was a Nancy Drew game, they would definitely teach us about it. Those games are always very educational. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned Gen will miss it. So they stole a book that they needed. Gen will probably notice it, and they're worried about that. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. Okay, so they went through the same problems that we did. And this is kind of fun because this journal, if we had solved the animal puzzle first instead of the big dome puzzle with the fire marbles, we would have read this book and it would have probably told us how to solve the big thing with the solve that puzzle with the fire marbles and everything. Because she's trying to solve it right here, right now, and documenting the whole process. So they have lots of hints everywhere. By powering our burnt book with Gen's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short of time. Before we are discovered. Okay. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gen's books and our burnt book all seem to show the same sickness. If they're not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only... And she dashes. And then she draws this. Will write substance into the moiety age. Okay, well that was cryptic, Catherine. What's going on here? Okay, so she's drawn one of those books right here. And the, what does she call this? She called this the image. The image is black. She's circled it. She's pointed to it. She's made sure that you are noticing that black image that's not working. And then here is a black image with the wall. Is that a brick wall? And an eye. The eye is looking at the brick wall. And then here it gets a little sketchy. Here is a little water turbine in the waves that is moving to the right with a few little deformed birds next to it and a bunch of beads on a spike and a weird fish and some scribbles. And then here's like a very complex water filtering system with pebbles in it. That's my best guess about what's going on there. I really have no idea. Yeah. This great tree was cut down for Gen to make paper out of. It's shown in one of the scarab things in the temple, I think, too. Perfect interpretation. Okay. Okay, so the big trees that he cut down that are in like the little scarab images, the little murals, that's that tree, not just the little trees on the villagers island, but like the giant trees. That's really sad that he did that. Perfect interpretation. Thank you very much. Thank you. You should play Pictionary. I love Pictionary. That's like one of my favorite games. I love just saying what I see as weirdly as possible and like making other people have to draw weird things. It's so fun. Anyways, going on. All is ready. Now all we can do is wait for the word for Moiety-esque. Moietior-esque. So that sounds like a title. Moiety, because the Moiety is the name of the rebels, and so Moietior-esque is probably like the leader, and his name is Esque. Maybe he's a general and his name is Esque. Anyways, from the Moiety-esque, who are on the lookout for Gen to power and use the domes. When he does that, we will have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. Actually, Moiety probably just means that he's part of the Moiety, regardless of title. He's just part of them. Okay. After linking to the age, which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. Locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. I don't know how she's going to do that. But laying the window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like actress. Okay. Catherine trying to draw dignity. Is that dignity? I've always said that dignity looks just like this. I say it every single day. Just ask Yamaha. Don't I say that all the time? Yeah. He says yes. He says yes. That's what I do. I sound like actress. In risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. She is going crazy. This is not the writings of a sane person planning a scheme. This is a very crazy person who's like seeing lots of weird visions while she sleeps. And yeah, going crazy. So anyways, Gen was right. We're on Team Gen now. She's crazy. We want the Denis to come back. Screw Atris. Just kidding. I still like Atris, but she might actually be going crazy. That's just a different flavor of fear, baby. Sorry, bad Simpsons reference. LOL. Oh. Okay. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Oh yeah, yada yada. Already read that. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of their prophecy, but they are also fearful and tense. I don't know what they will think or do if I fail. Okay. This is what happens when you have people worshiping you. Fair? Fair. Things will go wrong, for sure. Oh. Things have gone well. Oh my god, we're close to the end. I just scrolled to the edge of it. I just scrolled to the end of it on the little wiki page. Okay, it is done. Where are we? Oh, it is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. Oh, wow. It is beautiful, and I am pleased. At last my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. They have named it Tay. Okay. Yep, that land that they lived in with the mushroom tree thing is named Tay. Got it. There's still much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard the place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. We're not protected yet. The only way is to completely safeguard the book. Okay. So they obviously haven't done that yet because we used the book to get to Tay. That book still exists. So yeah, I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake, it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gen's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Given so, I feel that now we are impregnable. Tomorrow I will return to Riven to see Gen's reaction for myself, but tonight I finally rest. So it sounds like she returned to Riven, was probably caught before she actually destroyed the book. Yeah. Okay. So Tay was made by stealing of Gen's books and rewriting it some. Yep. Okay. Okay. She's a clever girl, Catherine. Good for her. Good for her. All right. So now I feel pretty satisfied that we've caught up with all of our reading. That's all of our reading that we need to do right now, right? Like we've caught up all the way. So now let's leave this little island. Let's go back to Gen's study, his little office, and see what happens. I bet shit's gonna hit the fan. I think lots of stuff is gonna happen now that Catherine's free and escaped. What if the moiety don't think she's a god anymore and they think she's an imposter because she was captured? That's my new theory. That's what's going to happen, I'm sure. But didn't she also say that the worlds in Gen's books always die? I'm worried about Tay. Well, she fixed it. Okay. Some creative editing. Not a disease she couldn't fully fix. Like bookworms. These books need to be dewormed, I guess. Ooh. Very busy day of reading for us. This has been fun. Let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen, guys. Like, or mold. Gen is just like inherently bad at writing, basically. Right. Okay, let's see. Is anything going to be different here? My guess is actually nothing's going to be different here. But once we get back to Riven, then things are going to be crazy. There'll be people running around. He's really, really good at copying and pasting. He's just how Wattpad writing away, but it's all shit. He's writing on Wattpad, I bet. Yeah. So his stuff comes out weird or unstable. All that reading has given Catherine time to evacuate everyone, hopefully. Oh yeah, true. So we are back in the cage, which is interesting. It's very interesting, in fact. Is anyone going to come if we press that? Doesn't look like it. But, I guess we can't get out and explore this area anymore. We just have to use these books to get out. And I'm gonna pick any random island. I don't think I'm picky. Sure, let's do this one. And let's see what's happened. What's going on? What's happening here? Ken using that Denise stack exchange. Yeah. He's just like a normal coder. He doesn't write code. He just copies and pastes code and pastes the right versions that he needs. Check the others, LOL, the other books. What about them? What about the other books? Do I want to look at the books? Should I go back? Let me know if I should go back and look at those books. Yes, you should. Okay. Let's go back and look. What happened to them then? Did I just happen to click on the only book that wasn't changed? Is that what happened? Okay. I feel like this looks normal. Same with this one. This one also looks normal. What's gonna happen? I'm a little scared. Oh, open them. Wait, this is the one that I already opened, isn't it? Let's look at this bad boy here. Open them. Oh. Interesting. So, someone is forcing our hand, forcing us to go to one specific island. Right? Is that Catherine, or is that somebody else? Because Catherine came here first. Right? She came here, she went to wherever she's going. And, maybe she did this. Maybe she broke all these. And then, yeah. Or maybe she went wherever she was going, and then someone else came by later, and they tore them up. Probably one of Gen's servants. Or, third option, Catherine came here, was immediately captured, brought away, taken away, and then whoever captured her also took out these books so they can capture us. Is the Gen book... Oh, no! Is the Gen book still on the table? Is he still trapped? It's still there. But he might not be trapped. Catherine has Gen book? That's a different book. Uh-oh. Guys, crazy stuff is happening. Which one did I want again? I still have the Gen book. Oh. No, that one. No, I don't. I think I gave it to... I only have the 2 journals. Where has it? There's so many... Oh, she did take it. Never mind. Okay. Guys, I'm really scared. Okay. Well, here we go. Oh, good point. Save. Saving now. This is after freeing Catherine. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. What? Yeah. What are we gonna find? I'm ready for anything. I'm not gonna jump this time. Whatever is gonna pop out, I'm ready for it. I think. Okay, so they took... They took the elevator. I was worried something was gonna be on the elevator. But there's not. Supposedly. Okay, let's go up. Wish us luck. What's gonna happen? Hey. Who did that? Fazzy flower.
That was
Okay.
scary.
Was scary. So we can go 2 different ways, which is interesting. I thought that we would be forced to go one... Oh, never mind. We do have to go one way. This is a dead end. So, what are we gonna see? What are we gonna see? I'm gonna go slow. Look at my environment. Look for anything that looks different. I don't think I see anything different. So far, so good. This looks the same. Nothing looks different in here. They did close this thing. I'm pretty sure I left it open. So we have to go. We can't go this direction. We have to go out here. Oh, we can't go out here. What are they playing at here? Oh yeah, we can because the lever's here. Right? The suspense. I bet Catherine's taken hostage. I bet Yen has been released. And I bet they're about ready to, like, attack me. I don't see anything down there by the fissure. I thought I might see something if I looked over. But nope, nothing. Nothing at all. Get ready to blow dart. I bet they are gonna blow dart me. Wait, is there... I can still use this. So there are options. I could go out over here, or if I rotated a bunch, I could go out over here. I think I want to save, just in case I want to try going the other direction later. Because I bet approaching from one direction will change it. I don't know. Saving game. Calling it before turn room thingy. Very descriptive. Okay. It's blocked. Don't see anything crazy in there. Let's change it again. Okay, we're gonna go this way first. Just because I have a good feeling about it. I bet they won't expect us to come from this direction. Is that, yeah, that thing is still there. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here first. Sneak attack. Yeah. But I guess that didn't matter. Because I'm going over here. Nothing's happening. I bet we can open this up and something will happen. Or we can go over across this bridge and something else will happen. So I'm glad I saved. We're gonna do this option this time. And just open up the fissure, see what happens. Bless you, Yamaha. Right, so it is 3, 1, 4, 3, 3. So 3, 1, 4, 3, 3. Just all threes. And it's opening. And it's not doing anything. Interesting. Okay. Oh. So there are stars in the fissure if you look down there. Interesting. I thought that there was going to be like a whole tornado coming out of this thing as soon as I opened it. So this is a little melodramatic. This is a little bit different than I expected. Let's lower this thing as low as it'll go and see what happens. And that's as low as it goes. We look in there. Interesting. We can see like a void in the middle. There's a really bright star here. Some sort of line over here. Looks like an eye almost. This looks like an eyeball. But, nothing that crazy. Nuclear fission. Gen seems more like a fracking kind of guy. Gen and RuPaul both. Fracking buddies. Maybe I couldn't jump in because this wasn't up all the way. Maybe it was, like, down just a little bit too much and I couldn't fit. I'm gonna try moving it up all the way. Is there a lock on the telescope? I don't think so. But maybe? No, I feel pretty confident that I haven't missed anything. Right? Have I? Have I missed something? Still not letting me jump in. But it does let me close it. The journal might help. Wait. Is there a lock on the telescope? Rather, a stop for the telescope. The journal might help. Do I need to toss the journal in? Or do I need to read the journal? I'm gonna try tossing the journal in. Nope. Let's look. Let's go back to Catherine's diagrams. Because multiple people have said that those are important. This, I don't know. Maybe this is the well that we're looking down into. But this is hard to read. It's not. Doesn't feel like it's really telling me anything. All the journal pictures. Okay. 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 Hey, I did notice for the first time that there's this little jagged edge coming away from the sword. And that's what this picture looks like. Here's a person, here's the sword, here's that jagged edge, here's somebody saying swear words. And here's a telescope, maybe? And the sun. Is the sun right there right now? There's a little sun symbol. It doesn't want to let me touch the sword itself, so I don't know if there's something over here that I need to do. That's the book Crystal. Wait. This thing is the book Crystal? Or this thing? I don't know, I'm confused. Go touch the dagger thing. I'm trying. But I don't think it's letting me. I still think it's weird that I can turn around inside this thing and not touch anything. But yeah. The other diagram. Okay, we'll keep scrolling through diagrams. This thing I don't think is relevant. Stop. And there's a point to this corner here. Okay. Am I supposed to see that somewhere? There we go. And that, oh, that stops it from going down low enough, I guess. Right? Or high enough. No, it's still at the highest point. That is sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay. Let's see how far it'll go this time. Oh. Well, that's interesting. It touched the opening and completely broke. Okay. Do I need... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is apocalyptic. Goodbye, sword. I love this lighting. Golden hour. Is that Atris? Atris? Is it not Atris?
There isn't much time. Where's Cam?
Oh, it's Atris.
Where's the book? I don't...
Is everything okay? For some reason this feels like the bad ending, but so I mean they're both here. She's not trapped.
Rebel age. I thank you.
As do I.
He feels like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
For all of us.
Face touching. Ooh.
This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
Is he just gonna leave us here? On this island?
Goodbye, my friend.
Okay. Oh. So what are we supposed to do? Why didn't he let us go through the book? We just have to jump into the middle of nowhere? Goodbye, Riven, I guess. He did it so you could get home. Okay. Because this is where we came from. We started out the mist game in the middle of this abyss.
Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my mist book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
Okay, well, while the credits are rolling, let's unpack that. So, so Gen wasn't released, and, it looks like she was not... Catherine wasn't captured, and everything went fine? I thought there was going to be a lot more drama. He did it so you could get home. If you followed him, you would be stuck. We came from the... Apparently we came from the stars, I guess. Good ending achieved. Yay! Okay, I'll take it. Are there other endings? I'm sure there've got to be other endings. What else do we need to do? If the fissure was not there, Riven would look like the void we saw in the telescope. If the fissure was not there... There are 8 endings. Okay, we've done at least 2 endings. Well, 3 endings. Because we did the ending where we went into the linking book as soon as we got it. And like the Moieti saw us and were like, goodbye, we closed the book and left us. There was the ending where we trapped ourselves in the book, again, switching places with Gen. And he was like, goodbye, I'm gonna take over the world. And then there was this ending. So that's 3. Fissure's not... This is when sci-fi starts to hurt my brain. Yeah. I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna exit out real quick so we can go back and try one of the other endings. Because what I want to do is, I want to do the ending where we open up the fissure before we free Catherine. And see what happens. Because that's one of the other endings. Oh, and I want to try exploring the other area, trying to find Catherine before we open up the fissure. Because I bet something bad happens there too. But anyways, real quick, let me open it up. But wow, we finally got there. We solved Riven. Took a lot longer than Mist, that's for sure. Big game, big improvement, like in graphics and size, and expanding the lore. Very, very exciting. Thank you. I liked it. I liked it a lot. This is one of the hardest of the series. Okay. That makes me feel better about the next ones then. Let's see, I'm going to start a saved game. Is it showing up on the screen yet? Maybe it'll take a second. Do, 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 do. It's still not showing up on the screen. I don't know what's going on. Sorry guys, one sec. Now you should play the remake to see the differences. I should. And I don't know if I want to do that right away. But I do want to do it eventually. So it doesn't look like anything's going on in here. Oh, the door's just closing. So what's happening? It doesn't look like that's coming back. So maybe we didn't have the option to do anything else but open up the star fissure. That's what I'm kind of telling myself right now. Okay. Well, here's the fun one that we want to try. We want to open up the fissure before we free Catherine and see Atris get mad at us. Okay. After freeing Catherine, she makes it so you're forced to go signal Atris. Rips the books, stops the maglevs. Is that what those are called? The little tram things? Okay. Let's see. Before freeing Catherine, load it up. Let's get this going. But yeah, I do definitely want to play the Riven remake and compare them. Like I said earlier in this stream, I think I want to do something else before then to fully appreciate the remake. I feel like if I do it right now and have to solve new puzzles in the same exact place that I already solved puzzles, I think it'll feel like a bit of a letdown, like I took a step backwards and now I have to do the same puzzles over again. I don't know. I want to give it justice. I want to enjoy it. And I think I will do that best if we play another game first. So. She's a woman who knows what she wants. Rake is good. I agree. Anyways, let's go back here. And we didn't free her. That's why it didn't close this. But, which one is the best one to go into? Probably this one. Like last time. I am a little disappointed that we didn't see Atris's, any of Gen's followers try to stop us. Is there a situation where we do get that to happen? It is worth to wait. It is completely changed though too. The remake has good stuff, but it doesn't live up to the original. Okay. I feel like I've heard similar things from other people. I wonder how much of that is nostalgia though. Because I know that I definitely fall in the trap of like loving games that I played as a kid. Not the trap, it's a good thing, it's a fun thing, but I definitely am one of those people that love the games that I played as a kid and probably love them 10 times more than I would have if I played them for the first time as an adult. If that makes sense. I thought it expanded on the original nicely. I don't think it's quite as hard. Okay. It is a lot easier and more accessible to new people. It just has some issues. Okay. I won't ask what the issues are because I don't want spoilers. But I am excited to play it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But okay, here we are. We know about the little stopper. Let's go ahead and open this up. 3, 1, 4, 3, 3. And there's the void. Let's drop it down until we break the void. It's not bad, just not as good. Okay. Okay. At the end of the day, they complement each other very well. Alright. All right, let's see H's get mad at us. I'm excited. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, yeah. All right. This is all the same so far. The sword falls into the crevice again. How fun. Here comes Atris, right? Is he gonna shake us? I hope he shakes us by the shoulders. Where is she?
Where's Catherine? I don't understand. You've captured Gien, but why did you signal me? There's no time left. The age is collapsing. I've got to get back before it's too late. Your way is clear. You're free to go home. Farewell, my friend.
And so we have to jump in, I guess. Right, yeah. Okay, so this ending is just, makes you feel bad for not saving Catherine, I guess. Right? Is it gonna have the same narration? Or no narration? We just fall into the abyss and are lonely. We get no closure.
So much work.
Oh, this is a different narration.
The price of this defeat is dear. The people of Riven must try to hang on to a world which is dying. And I am sentenced to the futile task of nursing Riven's fatal wounds. Of Catherine, I will never know her fate.
Sad. All right. Sad ending achieved, I agree. Sassy Flower wants Atris to kiss us. I'm very sad that he didn't. I mean, if Catherine's gone, like, why not us? Why not? We're still here. Sorry, sorry about your dead wife, but we're still here. Travosing part. That means none of the people were evacuated, so it's extra sad. So, super sad ending. The other two endings were just kind of like, we died, but everyone else was going to experience a slow collapse and probably, I guess those were also sad. So we've got three sad endings, one good ending. I bet he responds differently if we haven't even captured Gen and we free him, or we call him. So let's do that one next. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be 5 endings, right? I think so. And then that would mean there's 3 more endings that we haven't found. Okay. Pre-giving the book to Catherine. Let's do that one. Okay. We gotta make our way back to the other island. Okay, here we go. We're just rushing through this because I want to see it. And if there's anything else you want to see me do before we close this game for the night, let me know. Because I think we're gonna call it a night with Riven. We're gonna call it good. We're not gonna come back to this game for a long time. And it looks like the people have spoken. on the little poll. We're playing Myst 3 next. That is decided. So I'll make sure to buy that on Steam. I'll make sure to have that ready for this Sunday. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're following so you can see notifications when I start playing. If you're following on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. You won't want to miss it. Won't want to miss me play the next game in the Myst series. Here we go. Let's open up this fissure again. Myst 3 has the best acting. Brad Dourif is in it. I don't know Brad Dourif, but the fact that you name dropped him means he's probably good, so I'm excited. It's the easiest of the series. Okay. I think it has the best balance between number of puzzles and difficulty. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to get more lore. Hopefully we meet more of the people, and hopefully we find out more about the Denis. I think that's what I'm most curious about. I don't think I care as much about, like, Gen's parents, or Catherine's parents, or, like, Catherine's friends that are here with the Moiety. I think I just want to hear about the Denis civilization. I bet it'll be fun. For some reason, I'm picturing the, whoops. Gosh, what civilization is it in the, in Skyrim? Like the elves or the old dwarves that have like the Dwemer. I'm imagining Dwemer ruins. And that sounds fun to me. He was in the original Dune movie and in Lord of the Rings. Who did he play in Lord of the Rings? I haven't seen the original Dune, but I have seen Lord of the Rings. Does he play the Sam? Also the voice of Chucky. Huh. Uru is the one with all the Denis lore and information. Which game is Uru? Is that Myst 3? Myst 4? I don't know the name of Myst 3. I don't remember. I think not much is really said about the Denis until Uru and Myst 5. Oh, he plays Wormtongue. See, you knew it. He does play a worm, kind of, yeah. Uru is in between 4 and 5. So it's like it's not part of the Myst series, but it's in the same universe? Is that what it is? Okay. So we've got to play Myst 3, Myst 4, then Uru, then Myst 5? Is that what we got to do? It is part of it, okay. Huh. I wonder if he'll get captured once he shows up. Or maybe he won't, I don't know.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? The book is empty. I don't understand.
You never did.
Oh no.
Father.
Father. I am no longer your father because you are no longer my son.
Oh! Did he kill him or just poison him? Or like just put him to sleep? He's checking a pulse. Oh god.
I don't know what you thought you were doing, but thank you. I finally am free.
Wait, so which book did he grab? Did he grab the real linking book or the fake one that we brought? I guess we'll never know. We're about to die. Okay, wow. Wow. So there's Uru Complete Chronicles, which is single player on Steam, or you can play Mula for free, which is the online version. Okay. Myst Online Uru Live again. That is a mouthful. Okay, that was the real linking book to Denis. Uh-oh. So, looks like he got what he wanted. Alright, so I bet there's another ending if we go all the way back to before we even got the linking book back, and then we call at Atris, because then he won't be able to grab the book from us. I'm sure the rest of it will still be the same, but he won't be able to grab the book, right? Let's try that one. And if that's a different ending, then that's 6 of the 8 endings, and we still don't have 2. There's still 2 that we don't know how to find. So I'll actually go to the very first one. Let's load that. Oh no, this isn't the first one. This is the autosave from one of the times that I just finished the game. Where's one that I'm already close? No, let's just do this one. Okay. And let's go the easiest way that I know of, which is this way. There might be a better way, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Bad ending achieved. Okay, so we've got bad ending, sad ending, good ending, disappointing endings, the 2 where we got trapped in the book. I wonder what else there is. Is there a way, if we go into the book, let me back up. How do I want to explain this? So the one ending where we went into the book, Gen switched places with us, he was trapped in the book, we switched places with him again, and then it ended. If we do that in a different location, is that a different ending? Because I feel like the location of that was definitely in Gen's office on that other age. If we do it on Riven, is it going to be different at all? Or no? We'll try that next, but first let's go ahead and... oh, this isn't the way I wanted to go. What am I doing? Oh, no, the easiest way to get back to the fissure is over this way. Yeah, here we go. So nothing has happened. We haven't... Wait a second. What was I doing? Oh, we don't even have the book. That's what's different this time. Let's open up this fissure again. One more time. I think those are counted as different endings. Okay. We'll try that then. Oh, whoops. We need to raise this. Three, 1, 4, 3. Whoops. It's getting late, guys. I need to call it a night soon. 4, 3, 3. There we go. And there it is. And here we go. And actually it is really late. I need to call it after this ending. In the next stream, we'll try and find the last 2 endings that we haven't done yet. How does that sound? Let's see him be disappointed. One more. Oh, he doesn't even come. Why didn't he come? What narration does he do? The boring ending achieved. That was kind of boring. I mean, we did fall into a giant hole that leads to nothing and everything, and I mean, that is kind of dramatic, but we missed the interpersonal drama. Literally no narration. We just sit here with our thoughts and sad music. Okay, so this is the boring ending. Technically the cheating ending. Yeah, because if we were able to figure it out right here before we even got the linking book, that means we didn't get Catherine's journal, and that's how you're supposed to solve this puzzle. So you didn't solve the puzzle the right way. Alright. Well, this has been very, very fun. Thanks so much, guys, for following and watching. We finally finished Riven. Next time I will do just a little bit of the, I'll do a little bit more Riven so we can find those last two endings, and we can do any other little spoilers that you guys want to see. I still want to try and get the Sunners. I still want to get close to them. Is that real that we can do that? We tried a few times in another stream, and I never was able to get the timing right, and so I'm wondering if that's actually a thing or not. But anyways, we can do that next time if you guys know how to do that. And yeah, let's find somebody fun to raid. Let's see. We finished just on time too. Yeah, the Sunners are a thing. Okay, we'll definitely do that next time. Great game. I agree. Very, very fun game. Yeah, excited to see you next time, Fuzzy Juzzy. Fun stream. Can't wait to see you. You too. Can't wait to see you too, Sassy Flower. Let's see. After all this excitement, I think we need to see the Alvius Sanctuary again. I loved that one last time. Go ahead and raid the Animal Sanctuary. Let's watch the animals. Alrighty, bye guys!